So the best find out of that box that we found yet, I haven't got any of these at all, and I decided I would clean one up to see what it looks like. I put it on the wire brush and give it loads. At first I thought it was just coated, but this is actually, is that brass? Is that, what the hell is that? There'll be a fancy name for that, won't there? Anyway, there's we ended up with 5 of those. I wonder if we'll find the nuts. We had a couple of brushes. There's brushes for a motor, quite big, and we had these, didn't we? We saw these, but this is only that stuff up to there, because I put it on the wire brush and it's just a bolt underneath it with a coating on it. And these bolts got a coating, but I think this is the real McCoy. That's the you'll tell me what material that is, won't you? Copper, is it? Don't know. Anyway, so somebody, here we are, look, that's the stuff. Can you see it? So somebody's welded that bit onto there, but it's a steel bolt. Oh, and the washer, look, we had 2 of these washers. Ooh, and again I hit them with a wire brush to see if they were coated or they were the real McCoy. Well, I've given this loads of stick. I reckon this isn't coated. This is the real McCoy. Yeah, so I've never had any washers like that before, made of that stuff. And these are the biggest bolts. I'll see if I can find the nuts now, but who knew they were in there? What a little gem. What a little gem out them boxes. Right, I'm going in for the evening. I'll catch up with you all tomorrow. We'll do a bit more. So, as we're getting to the bottom, and we're encountering a lot more mud. Yeah, you're pulling out a lot of, because all that filth, when it's the froth on the top, it's not bad. But, and you can't wash it with clean all the time, can you? But as we get to the bottom, we're encountering a lot more filth. A lot more what I call mud. Yeah, so look at that. Can you see that in front of your very eyes? Yeah, in front of your very eyes. It's all cleaning up lovely, isn't it? So we found 3 of those so far. Yeah. Right, so yeah, it gets tougher towards the bottom too, because all that filth got to go somewhere. Eventually you overload the liquid that's carrying it and it becomes a mud, and then you've got to separate the stuff out of the mud, so that might be another operation, but it's coming on pretty good. So now, obviously in the bottom of the tub there'll be like a mud solution. The heavy particles have come out, but this is the cleaning, this is the petrol. We're going to get gravity now. What we're going to do is leave them in here in the jars with the lid on so they don't evaporate away. And we'll let all the particles in the fuel settle to the bottom. So I'm expecting sort of a line of filth in the bottom of these at the end of the week. So we're going to rest the liquid, let all the particles fall to the bottom for a week, and then we'll take the bit that we want off and reuse it for cleaning the next batch. But we've done this batch so far, we've used the fuel we've got, so as a process of cleaning the fuel itself, because that liquid is full of gunge and rubbish and all the rest of it. So let gravity do its thing and all the heavy particles will settle in the bottom, and we can still keep using that as a cleaning liquid. Well, this is the clean stuff that came out straight away with the clean liquid. This is okay. There's a few more bits of rubbish in that one. That probably needs another rinse, possibly. Now this, whilst I tidy up the liquid, I'll give this another wash. You see the bottom, the mud in the bottom there. That was the next batch to come out in a small batch. That completely wants re-rinsing and washing again. This is the stuff that's come from the very bottom. Can you see how thick the mud was? It's almost like a soup in the bottom. But you know, once you've given that a rinse and it's cleaned itself up and the gunge has gone to the bottom, so they want basically redoing, which is fine. Rinsing. This is all right. Keep an eye on this. Is that's like grade number 1, grade number 2, grade number 3, grade number 4, grade number 5 sort of thing. So the mixer, the question came is, how are you going to clean the mixer? Well, actually, there's not that much there. This liquid that's here is thick, like it's like a, oh, can you see it? Oh my god, it's like putting your fingers in a thick soup. So depending on how fine of a stuff do you want to rescue, you know. But I mean, I'll tell you what, it's rust proof the mixer for ever and a day now, hasn't it? That ain't gonna rot now, is it? So we'll do something with that and we'll be all right. That stuff is so thick you could almost dip a brush in it and brush it all over here to rust proof the outside. I'll find some use for it. And then of course, you know, when I put the next mix of concrete in it, I'll put extra cement and extra sand, and I will run it for a bit longer, and all of a sudden that'll come back clean again. So not worried about the mixer, no problem. So obviously it's still absolutely piddling it down out here. So I think the next project is get a nice clear floor and start making bundles enough so you can fill a jar. So the next film will be once I've sorted through and found enough to put in a jar, so I can put the jar with WD-40 on the shelf. So do you remember me telling you that I keep a dustbin, a plastic dustbin full of rags? Whenever Debbie's throwing rags out, I say don't throw them out, don't throw them out, for these reasons exactly. Because we'll get a bag. I've got one of the wooliest jumpers out of that bin that I could find. Put it in there. Wiped all the inside. It's absolutely minging, this is now. So we'll put it in a plastic bag, and we'll put it from a plastic bag into a, hold that there. We'll put it from, we'll just put that in the bin. And then we'll get another one and we'll just sort of wipe down the inside. And you can hear there are some little bits left in there, isn't there? There are some little bits left in there. Well, we can just count that as steel reinforcing, can't we? When we're doing the next mix of concrete. So you don't need to throw the oil or the filth. If you've got any sort of filth that you want to get rid of, and I know there's a lot of naughty people out there that will pour it down the drain, well, all you have to do is, when you've had a tidy up, when the wife's had a tidy up and she's thrown a load of jumpers, mostly my jumpers, may I say, but when she's done that, just use them to soak up any liquid you don't want or whatever. Put them in a bag and close it up and put the bag in the bin. Let the dustbin men take it away. So here's my bin of rags. Always, for years and years I've kept a bin of rags. Always. So anyway, put your favourite music on your YouTube in your garage, and then kneel to the gods of nuts and bolts and start sorting out. That's why I have a really soft, spongy floor. I love these floors. You know, if you can, get yourself some spongy floor. Makes it much more comfortable to be on the floor, sorting everything out. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, I wouldn't do that. What a pain in the butt that is. Not really, not really. We've sort of no idea. We've got an idea what's in there, don't we? Oh, get a handful, just one handful at a time, that's all it takes. So what are we going to do now? Right, so what's that? That's a Tek screw. That's a bolt. That's some sort of a screw. It can go up there. The plastic bit goes over there. Another plastic bit goes over there. I mean, you can put them in a category, and then you can recategorize them as you please. A screw there, look. Oh, this is a bolt-headed screw. We like them, don't we? So we put them over there, look, with them. Make a little pile over there. Bolts, bolts, bolt. So if you wanted to resort them again, you know they're all in bolts, see? So here we are, Tek screw. What's that? Miscellaneous Tek screw. Nails, we've put nails over there and rivets over there. Tek screw, little pile there. Another Tek screw, yeah, another Tek screw. One of them over there, and there. So basically, what have we got left? Miscellaneous, couple of screws and nails. Oh, and we've seen a few of them, so we've got to start a pile of them, haven't we? So that's fine. So get rid of the plastic. Yeah. See what comes to light. Another Tek screw. All's good. Right, so all we have to do now is just push that to one side. So we know that's nails and bits and pieces, isn't it? So let's have another bite. Let's just have another. Ooh. Not too big a bite of the apple. And it finds its own level. You'll know what you find lots of, and you'll just start a separate category, won't you? So what's that? That's some sort of Tek screw. Plastic over there. It's a nice bolt there. Again, sort of miscellaneous, you could put that. That's another one, sort of miscellaneous. We know that's a raw bolt, so that can go in there. Ah, we've got one of those, so we can put that one there. Right, this is what we like, Tek screws, look. This is what we know is in here. This is what we're hunting down. Bolt, nut-driven bolts. Tek screws. Now you can either put them in one big jar, or you can resort them again afterwards in lengths. What we got here? Oh yeah, smaller type screw things in there, right? Yeah. Put them together, bolt in there. Let's get rid of the plastic. Yeah, plastic. And nut on its own. Put that there. No, that's another one there. And lo and behold, that's another. Oh, screw there. Yeah. Yeah, another Tek screw. That's looking good. And lo and behold, you've got another one. Another little pile on the go there, can't you? So let's have another bite. And slowly but surely, bit by bit, the more you've got, that will show itself. If you keep pulling the same thing, each pile will grow, and you'll just make space, and you'll put them in a jar, and of course the jar will go on the shelf. So let's have a look. Oh, big bolt. Long bolt. Yeah, that can go in there. Same as the bolts. Yeah, same as the bolt. Another bolt. Oh, we got another bolt. Yeah. Nut-driven heads. Drive them. There, look. Tek screws. We'll put them in there. Look. There we are. That's growing nicely. What are these? More the same. Yeah, this is what we're after. Them. And you got a bit of music. All them. They're separate over there. Where did we put that other bolt? There. Yeah. And just plod on, and slowly but surely you will get through them. You will. It's nowhere near as bad as you think. Just a bit of good music. Da 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 da. And when you've got enough, then you put them in a jar. Easy peasy. There's the first one empty. So what you do is, if you want those with the nuts on the end, look, driven by a little thing, you target them. That's what you target. You just target them, and then you get yourself a little handful till you've got enough of those. Don't spend too much time looking for them. Just if you see them, just grab them and put them in your pile. So that pile's growing, finds its own pile. So what do we see most of here now? Oh yeah, nuts and bolts. So let's this time, big bolt there, target the bolts. Right, come on. Target the bolts, put the bolts away, yeah. Nails, we know where they are. So if you see something where you know exactly where you're going to put it, no problem. Bolts, come on. Just pull the bolts out, pull the bolts out. And what happens is, once you've pulled out one lot of things that there were the most of, I'll put that in that pile there, look. So there was lots of bolts. So now you pick up all the bolts. So we've got these now, haven't we, to search through. But I don't search too much for them, because they'll come to you. They'll come to you because they'll show themselves, because that's the next thing that there's a lot of, and it's easy to see. So just a handful at a time, add to that pile. What can we see here? Oh yeah, Allen keys. We know we've got quite a few of these Allen key ones, so that'll do fine. More bolts, okay. Now we know we've got one of those over there, haven't we? Yeah. Come on, bolts. Bolts, 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 bolts. So I've seen quite a few. What we're looking, so we'll put that into that pile there. Yeah. Then we'll head for these, because I've seen a few of these here now, so we'll grab a few of these. There's one there. There we are, see, they're here. So they show themselves to you as you get rid of one lot of thing, another lot shows itself. So here we are, look, I've only got a handful of them. That's all I want, is a handful. Right, there we are, look, loads of them here. Absolutely loads of them. Now, I could re-saw that pile again if I wanted to, or I might just leave things in that category there and put that in a jar. So what can we see now? Oh yeah, we can see bolts. So let's hammer these bolts out the way. Get another handful of these and put them in. So I can either put them just in a jar of mixed bolts, or again sort them out, long ones, short ones, long ones, short ones. But anyway, one down, one to go, a few more to clean. I am in Reggie heaven, on my knees in the shed.